What if I told you that the freedom you think you have is nothing more than a temporary subscription, and the bill is coming due? Look closely at this image. Really look at it. This isn't a scene from Minority Report. This isn't a simulation. This is the urban brain operating right now in Shanghai. And while you're staring at it, wondering how a government could track millions of people in real time, you need to realize one thing. This isn't just their system, it's the blueprint for yours. Edward Snowden warned us. He told us the architecture of oppression was being built in the dark. But today, I'm going to show you that the lights have been turned on and the cage is already locked. We need to talk about the lie. You hear it everywhere. Smart cities, 15-minute cities, safe communities. The media, the World Economic Forum, and your local city council all sing the same song. They tell you that digitizing the urban environment is about convenience. It's about sustainability. They say, wouldn't it be great if traffic lights adjusted automatically, if the garbage truck knew exactly when your bin was full? It sounds utopian, it sounds efficient. But that is the veil. Here's the smoking gun. In the Pudong district of Shanghai, that convenience is powered by a system that has mapped every single building, every vacancy. It logs every elderly person living alone, but it doesn't stop at logistics. The urban brain uses a network of millions of cameras fed by AI algorithms to track behavior. Not crimes, behavior. Did you sort your trash wrong? 3 cameras caught you. Your score drops. Did you park your electric scooter 2 inches over the line? The system auto-generates a fine and deducts it from your digital wallet before you even walk away. This isn't governance. This is the gamification of obedience. The true term for this operation isn't smart city. That is a marketing slogan designed to keep you asleep. The military term for what is happening is panopticon integration. It means a prison where the guards don't need to watch you because the fear of being watched is enough to control you. And the terrifying part, they don't even need guards anymore. They have code. In China, this is called the social credit system. It's been in development since 2014, explicitly designed to, quote, allow the trustworthy to roam everywhere under heaven while making it hard for the discredited to take a single step. State media in China brags that their police can identify any person on the street within 1 second. They call it sharp eyes. But here is where the Western narrative falls apart. We are told, that's just China, that's communism, that couldn't happen here. Really? Because the technology powering the Chinese surveillance state is being bought, studied, and imported by the very people you vote for. We are looking at a mirror image, but that's just the surface. What I'm about to show you ties this directly to something you use every single day, your digital ID and your bank account. You won't believe the connections between the urban brain and the new financial laws being passed in the US and Europe right now. It is the final link in the chain. First, hit the like button if you think the news lies to you every day. Let the algorithm know we're watching them. Let's tear the floorboards up. This isn't contained within China's borders. The China model is a product and business is booming. China has exported its surveillance technology to over 80 countries. In Ecuador, the ECU 911 system was installed, Chinese cameras, Chinese servers. They promised it would lower crime. Instead, intelligence agencies found that the footage was being routed back to domestic spy agencies to track political dissidents. Edward Snowden saw this coming years ago. His warning wasn't just about the NSA listening to your phone calls. That was child's play. His chilling warning was about algorithmic determination. Snowden said, if any of your activities differ from what the government wants, you won't get on a train, you won't board a plane, you won't get a job. An algorithm will decide your fate. In China, if your score drops, you are banned from buying high-speed train tickets. You are throttled on the internet. Your face is displayed on billboards as a deadbeat. You think this is random? Look at the pattern. They did it with the QR health codes. Remember? Green meant go, red meant stop. It conditioned you to scan to enter a building. They did it with automated license plate readers, tracking your movement for traffic safety. And now they're doing it with carbon footprint trackers embedded in banking apps. The thread tying them all together is data fusion. In the West, they don't call it social credit because that polls poorly. They call it an ESG score. They call it risk assessment. They call it misinformation scoring. The PayPal policy update that threatened to fine users $2,500 for misinformation, that is the China model. The Canadian government freezing the bank accounts of protesting truckers, that is the China model. The debanking of Nigel Farage in the UK, that is the China model. The World Economic Forum calls this the fourth industrial revolution. They talk about the Internet of Bodies. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it is their stated policy agenda. They are openly studying the Shanghai model. Residents in Shanghai are now enlisted as watchers. The app rewards them for snapping photos of neighbors breaking rules. It turns society into a self-policing prison. And here in the West, we have Ring doorbells sharing footage with police without a warrant. We have citizen apps where you report your neighbors. We are building the prison walls ourselves, brick by brick, out of fear. Snowden's warning is unfolding in real time. The infrastructure is being laid down under the guise of smart cities. LED streetlights that double as listening devices. 5G towers that allow for pinpoint geolocation accuracy. Digital IDs that will eventually be required to access the internet. Once the digital ID is linked to a central bank digital currency, the trap snaps shut. So what does this mean for you? Tomorrow, next year, it means the death of the private self. It means that freedom becomes a permission slip granted by an algorithm that you cannot appeal to, cannot argue with, and cannot see. Imagine trying to buy meat at the grocery store, but the terminal declines your card because you've exceeded your carbon allowance for the month. Imagine trying to leave your 15-minute zone, but your electric car won't start because your geofencing restricts travel during a climate lockdown. This is the automated dictatorship. In Shanghai, the urban brain knows if you live alone. It knows who you visit. In the West, they are building the FedNow payment system and the European digital identity wallet to know exactly the same things. Remember that control room I showed you at the start? The one monitoring every vacancy, every movement, every heartbeat in Shanghai? I told you it was a blueprint, but the terrifying truth is that screen is already active. The data feeds are already running. They just haven't turned on the enforcement protocols for everyone yet. They are waiting for the next crisis to justify flipping the switch. China built the prototype. Our governments are importing the operating system. We are at the precipice. The system thrives on your convenience. It relies on your silence. So here's your mission. Reject the convenience. Keep using cash. Reject the digital ID where you can. Be the glitch in their algorithm. If you don't want to be a data point in a dictator's spreadsheet, you need to wake up. Share this video, not for the views, but because they are banking on you staying in the dark. Don't let this system take root.